Hello, Coffee Time friends. How are y'all doing? It's Wednesday night. Welcome to Coffee Time with me and Mama. I'm John, and this is Mama. If you're not following our page on Facebook, head on over to Coffee Time with John and Mama. Like it, follow it, do all those wonderful things y'all do so well.
I'm your mama, huh?
Yes. Where's the spatula? We're having one of our faves tonight. We are having meatloaf sandwiches. You can't beat that. After you have a meatloaf, it's almost a written necessity that you have meatloaf sandwiches.
I just want to put it
And that's what we do. We always have the meatloaf sandwich the day or two after. So when do we have meatloaf, Mama?
I don't know.
Now, I'll eat these cold out of the refrigerator. Mama has heated this a little bit, but now when Mama heats something, she sets the microwave promptly to volcano. And you know it's been heated because it will burn you. She heated me a pepper the other night and it literally stuck to my lip. It was so hot. I said, Mama, you have killed me. You have killed me dead. Well, I just put it in there for 30 minutes.
30 seconds.
Minutes, Mama. Your stuff is hottest. My dad used to say the same thing. When she heats something up, she cooks it plenty. How do you manage it, Mama?
I don't need no more on mine.
I want you to have plenty. I'm going to shake just like downtown. Meatloaf sandwich. Look at that. Good old meatloaf. Mom, we had meatloaf.
I don't know what day it is. I don't even know what today is.
Sunday. Southern Sunday lunch. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, peas.
Oh, that was it.
Corn.
That was right.
All kinds of stuff. Let's bless it, Mama. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for these hands that prepared it, dear Lord. And we just ask you to be with us, watch over us, lead and guide and direct us. Bless this food for the nourishment of our bodies. Be with each and every prayer request that's out there, Lord, those spoken and unspoken. In your precious name we pray. Amen. All right. Little ketchup. A little bit of tomato jelly, please.
Tomato jelly.
Mom, we've had a discussion about this.
I know. Tomatoes is a fruit. You make jelly out of fruit.
When you add sugar to it, put it in you can it. It's what? Called preserves. So those are tomato preserves or tomato jelly. Ketchup is tomato jelly. At the best, it's a smoothie.
Somebody's got so much on my sandwich that
For you to eat, Mama. Fold that over, look.
I can't fold it.
That's how you eat a meatloaf sandwich. Here. You know, she can't do this. Now, Mama can cook anything, but she can't fold this sandwich over.
It's messy.
There's nothing wrong with that, people. Look. Take both little fingers and put on there.
Ooh, it was falling. Good thing you hit the plate.
So what are y'all up to? Today is it's an AB day. It's almost 80 degrees here. People are mowing yards. The trees are on bloom. There is more of those. Now, we had that discussion the other night, and I'm still not sure, but there's a lot of those yellow flowers that I call Easter flowers, and there's a lot of white ones with yellow thingies in the middle of them. Jonquils, maybe. And there's yellow ones, and there's forsythias. They're everywhere. It's beautiful here. We have broken out into spring everywhere.
You know what the day means?
Came in like a lamb.
Come in like a lamb, and you know what that means?
It'll go out like a lion.
Your birthday around there will have snow and cold and everything.
Mama's preaching the negative tonight.
It comes in like a lamb.
Goes out like a lion. Have y'all heard that? March comes in like a lamb, goes out like a lion. If it comes in like a lion, it goes out like a lamb. Meaning, if you have a pretty day at the beginning of March, and it's warm and spring-like, by the end of March, we'll have winter-like weather, or cold, or rainy, real bad. That's the lion part. Wonder who decided lion was bad and lamb was good.
Lamb's gentle and
So's a lion.
a lion roars.
But they just lay around and gently.
The lion will devour you and the lamb will just be timid and sweet, calm.
I'll give you that. It's raging lion, timid lamb.
So we'll have bad weather at the end of the month.
You heard it here first, folks. You don't even have to watch the weather.
It's coming.
Meteorologist Mama has already told y'all.
Old people say it's coming like
My granny always said it. My papa always said it. My Uncle Dutch always said it. Comes in like a lamb, gotta go out like a lion. But I'm okay with that. Because right after it goes out like a lion, it's April. It's still going to be pretty. Grass is still going to be green. What are we going to eat? This is a leftover meatloaf sandwich from Sunday. Sunday's meatloaf on a piece of bread folded over. Honestly, I would have eaten mine right out of the refrigerator. Wouldn't even put it in the microwave. Mama said you got to break the chill.
yeah.
So she put it in there for 20 minutes.
I didn't do it.
What was it? Let's put it in there.
Minute and a half.
Minute and a half. You did good, Mom.
No.
What are you eating today, Mom?
The sausage biscuit
Oh, she got out the old pork sausages.
and some peanut butter for lunch.
Did you feed him Maggie anything extra?
No. Didn't have enough to share with
She's
me.
just getting her regular foods. But she gets plenty of treats. Y'all have loaded her down with treats. And I don't know how many more we got left, but she's been enjoying them daily. And every time she enjoys one, she says, thank you.
She don't look up. She's like a pig
She's like, where's that? Where's that?
under an acorn tree. She just eats as fast as
The UPS guy leaves her treats on the porch. And a lot of times he'll just lay one on the box or whatever he's got her on the rail. And we'll throw it down to her and she'll eat it. So if she knows we get a package during the day, she ain't nobody's dummy. She goes out and looks the porch over to see if he might have laid a treat down out there. Even though we've already given it to her earlier, she says there might be one more. He may have dropped one.
The FedEx brand brought packages yesterday. No treat.
Oh.
That didn't go over well with Tom.
Was it a new FedEx guy?
Yeah, he don't leave her treats hardly. And she barked and ran at the truck. And
I just like to know what she's saying too.
it probably wasn't nice. She didn't get no treat.
Sometimes she don't say nice stuff to me. And I give her treats. She can be mean. Hateful anyway. Let's see. Since I love meatloaf sandwiches cold too, John. They are good, Rhonda. It says, I made strawberry freezer jam today. What out of? You got strawberries already? Had 17 pints. You must have had a lot, Doris. You already got strawberries? I'm 73 years old and have always heard the saying about March. Dale, I think it's true. Hi, Maggie. Teresa says. She has always done that. She has a little bit of arthritis. Mary, she does limp. She's limped for 4 years now. She got hit by a car and broke her leg. But they set it and fixed it back. But she used it fine for several months. But then it set up arthritis and she started favoring it. And she does favor it more in the winter or cold or rainy days. But now sometimes in the spring, y'all catch her out there running around like a puppy. Or in the summer when it's warm and she's laid out there and it gets all good and warm, she'll use it a little bit better. The UPS guy told Mom one day, she said, He said, look at her running. She can use that leg when she wants to. Mama said, oh yeah. When she wants to, she can. But she just don't want to. I believe, actually, that she's got so used to it.
She don't use it.
She don't try to use it. Because if she's eating, she'll put it down and use it. If she's running and wants to get somewhere, she'll use it sometime. But for the most part, she just holds it up. Carolyn says, yes, for me too. Meatloaf is the best any way you eat it. It is. I agree. Who said that? Kim, I agree. Linda Turner, that my menu for tomorrow. Okay, what's your menu? Hi from Cumberland, Indiana. Hey, Larry. Hey, Carol. All the year in Kansas. That's it. AB day. All day in Kansas. It has been an AB day here today, I'm telling you. We've had a little bit of overcast, but it's been still a beautiful day, and it's been warm. Love meatloaf. Hi from Clinton, Cincinnati, or Clinton, Connecticut, I guess, Nancy. You look, it says I look professional, and I had to be professional today. Sometimes I do. Maggie is so sweet. Well, thank you, Bonnie. Hey, from CrossFit, Arkansas. Jackie, how are you? Hi, Mama and John from Chicago. Patricia, what's your weather like? Are you warm? I'm going to cook meatloaf tomorrow. Oh, Bonnie, that means you'll have meatloaf sandwiches for the weekend. Michelle says is it okay to cut back knockout roses when they're growing leaves? It is. It is okay to cut them back. You about waited. You need to sometimes in February before they start putting out.
This year, February is a little warm.
It was a little warmer. You can cut them back now. You may set your blooms back a week or two, but you can cut them back, and you'll have new growth putting out. But right now, be the latest I would try it. I've cut them back in the summer before when they got too big too quick. And sometimes you'll have those springs, like I probably think we're going to have this year, where they come on hard and fast, and you get all these blooms, and then all of a sudden they stop. And I have, when they stopped, went ahead and cut them back then, again, because they grew so quick and big. You want to have growth all summer. So I think it's best to do them in January, February. I've done them, you know me, rules. I've done them in December, January, and February and never had any problem. I've done them when they had some output on them, when I waited too late. Didn't have any problem. And I've done them once they do that first initial big burst and then they go dormant and they look a little, I've cut them back then. I've not had any problem. I don't think you could kill them by cutting them back. I think the worst thing that could happen is you might set your blooms back.
Yeah.
But the growth, you got enough growth time that you'll have blooms this year. The only thing you don't want to cut back is your hydrangeas. Now you've got two different kinds of hydrangeas. You've got old growth hydrangea blooms and you've got new growth hydrangea blooms. Know your hydrangeas and see which one you have. If you've had a hydrangea bush for years, it's healthy and green and you've never seen a leaf on it, but you've been cutting them back every year, you've got old growth hydrangeas. You mean your blooms come off your old growth. If you cut them back and you hear someone say, well, I cut mine back all the time, they bloom. That ain't the problem. That's because they got a different kind of hydrangea. They've got the new growth hydrangea. So make sure you know your hydrangeas. So if you've one of those people who you've had a beautiful bush for years, you say just don't never bloom, then probably you've got an old growth, you've been cutting them back because the blooms will come out of those old ugly stems that stay up all winter. So that's sometimes the case. I trim them in March and they always come back beautiful. Yeah, Catherine, I don't think there's any danger in losing your roses that way. Hey, Kim, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, cream corn, toast salad. Cheryl, that sounds good. Cherry pie for dessert.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, Mama fixed us a couple too. Fried cherry pie is about 2 weeks ago. She fixed a bunch. You remember when she made them? Then she had some. I don't know how come you had pie filling left. Anyhow, she said, I had 2 biscuits. So I want to make 2 pies. I said, that sounds good.
I used to on that cake.
Happy Wednesday, Angela Britt. How are you? I hope this warm spring isn't a sign of a hotter than usual summer. Well, you know, that could be. That could be the case, Sandra, because sometimes that happens. Sometimes the weather is tricky, and don't be fooled, folks. Don't you all get out and thinking, oh, it's time to plant, and it's time. Do not plant. You've got cold weather coming. No matter what March comes in as, or no matter what the groundhog says or nothing else, you're going to have some colds. You're going to have some winters. You're going to have Sardis winter. You're going to have Britches winter. You're going to have Whippoorwill winter. You're going to have Blackberry winter. I know you're going to have Dogwood winter, Redbud winter. You're going to have those cold spells. It's just the transition. So you're going to get these warm days when you think, oh, it's spring. It's not. It's still winter. It's just a pretty part of the ending of winter. When Bradford pears bloom, people get all excited. When forsythias, that ain't spring. That's just a little bit of warmth coming our way. When we really get to spring, it won't be here in our zone till about May the 10th. March, April.
We have spring, but not the ground and stuff won't be.
I ain't planting nothing till March or May 10th.
Till the frost is over with, you can't hardly plant nothing.
May. So we got all of March, all of April. We got about 8 more weeks of.
You can plant lettuce and onions.
You can plant ground vegetables. You can plant root vegetables. But don't, the garden centers put out the plants early. You're going to be covering them up. You're going to be out there. Your yard's going to be full of sheets half the 2 months here. Because you'll be out there trying to save them. We've got azaleas coming on in a little while. We used to try to save them. Now they're just at nature's will. The only thing I'll do to try to save a plant now or bloom, I will go out early in the morning and spray them off before the sun hits the frost. But we used to fill with cardboard boxes and sheets and paper.
Before last, I worked myself to death of covering up everything, every evening, every night.
And you know what happened?
It did.
It frosted anyway. And we worked ourselves. I said, that's it, Mama. From now on, nature can take its course. And the garage is full of cardboard boxes, and every night we'd have to go up. I ain't done it. I'll spray them off before the sun hits them. And if they still die, they die. The sheets work, but they still froze that time. Don't know what happened. Must just get too cold for them. Hello from Texas. Luann, how are you? Sandy, don't plant anything the first 3 days of May. Nope, I don't plant anything in May until May the 10th. Mother's Day is the signal to start the spring.
I say that's the
Internet's back on. Hello, John and Mama. Raining this evening. Maria, is it going to rain? I started all my seeds
they're supposed
to
to
start indoors today.
Ooh.
Never planted from seeds. Hope it works. Well, Renee?
I hope it works for her, too.
I hope it works. And you let us know. But if you start your seeds indoor too early, you create a big work for yourself. And they will grow. But if you get them too early, they'll get high and spindly. And you won't be able to put them outside yet. So you got 2 more months to deal with that. We start seeds, but most of the time we don't start them until April, because that gives you about 3 weeks grow time. They catch up. They get a good stout stem, but they don't get too high and spindly. So if you want, I don't know what you can do from this time of year. I guess you'll just have to kind of watch them and baby them. But your tomato plants especially will get too tall and spindly. Want them on
Yeah, but when you plant them, if they're tall and spindly, you
lay them down.
lay them down so far and then turn them up, cover them up, and they'll have a better root system and won't be tall and spindly.
So if they get too tall and spindly on you, Renee, go ahead and use them, but just dig your hole, bring it over, lay that plant down in there on its side, put the root under, lay the plant stem about 6 or 8 inches down, and they'll look funny for a day or two, but as they grow out here, they'll be laying out this way. They'll turn to the sun, and then they'll be strong. And pull all those little leaves off that you bury. All those will turn into roots. So it will increase your root structure. So there is a fix if they do get a little tall. But if they get too tall and too spindly, you ain't going to be able to do much with them. But just, I know everybody gets excited. But if you start your seeds too early, you're just going to have to watch them that much longer. Because really, just look on your seed pack and it'll tell you the germinating and how long and all that, and then count back from when you can plant them. If it says
a lot of them has the zones
the zone,
for you to plant them in, and be sure and watch for your zone that you live in, and that helps a whole lot too.
So Mama will start some seeds at the end of this month or 1st of April, and then we'll give them 4 to 5 weeks indoors. They'll grow up, and they'll be good little plants to get going. Want them all.
Her niece might have started them in her greenhouse by now.
If you have a greenhouse, it's a little bit different, but start them indoors, like in a windowsill or well-lit room, or with a grow light. You're just going to have. You got till May in this zone. Now you may be a little bit in a different zone. In our zone, you would have about 10 more weeks or 12 weeks before you'll be able to put them outside. So just look at your packet, and if it says 30 days, 20 days, whatever it says, go by that and figure out. Now that would give me 3 weeks for them to grow or 4 weeks to grow. And then you'll know more about what you're doing with them. There are things you can buy online that will tell you when to plant seeds and when to start stuff. There's little things. I think we've got one. If I can find one, I'll look it up and let y'all know. It has the zones on it and everything. Alrighty. Folks, that's all we got, Mama. You got anything to add tonight?
No, I'm doing good.
Alright. I started all my seeds to start indoors. That's Renee.
Is that the one you just read? He froze them up?
I froze them. I froze you. Meatloaf tonight for me too. Well, look at that. We got some meatloaf friends.
Yeah.
Renee's got meatloaf coming. Alright, folks. Mama, you don't have nothing else?
No, I don't think so. I've been lazy today.
Oh, it's okay, Mama.
Yeah.
Y'all have a blessed night, and we will see you. And we're going to clean this mess up. We're done.
Yeah.
That was short, quick, and simple. Tonight, I love leftover nights. And this, most time I'll upscale it. I call it upscaled leftovers or redos. With meatloaf, it's just good right on. Just a piece of bread, and that's all you need. A little squirt of ketchup or tomato jelly, whatever you want to call it. Y'all have a blessed night. Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Bye. Y'all have a wonderful